Okay, everybody. Oh, well, that'll get you settled. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. So my name is Kurt Bailey, and on behalf of Related Midwest and our partners in the IQMP, Bob Clark of Clayco, Steve Snur of CRG, I'd like to welcome you to the Quantum Shore Chicago. I am so honored to stand here today on the gorgeous Lake Michigan lakefront to mark the start of construction of the IQMP at Quantum Shore. Here, PsiQuantum will build the country's first million-qubit scale, fault-tolerant quantum computer, putting Chicago and Illinois at the forefront of quantum innovation. It has taken a truly unparalleled effort to bring us to this moment, and I would like to express gratitude to all who have contributed to this milestone. This project has been marked by individuals who decided this was going to happen and wouldn't let it not happen. Number one on the list, Governor Pritzker. Not just as a champion of this project, but as a driving force behind Illinois' leadership in science and technology. His vision and support have set the stage for what is fast becoming the most ambitious technology initiative in our state's history. And from his team, John Atkinson and Christy George from the Illinois EDC, and Cass Peters from DCEO. And a sincere thank you to Madam President Toni Preckwinkle, her dedicated staff for their steadfast commitment and partnership. Our gratitude also goes to Mayor Johnson, his team at the City of Chicago, Kenya Merritt, Tom Anderson, and the former CEO, John Roberson. Thank you. And we were blessed to have great aldermen, Greg Mitchell of the 7th Ward, Peter Chico of the 10th Ward. Thank you. PsiQuantum, obviously, incredible leaders of that organization, but specifically Josh Richmond and Mo Green, the guys that got it done on the ground in Chicago. And then our partners at Blue Owl Capital, Mark Czar and Colleen Collins, our capital partners on the land and the vertical development. Thank you for your commitment to investing in Chicago. Gil Canonis, entire team at ComEd, thank you. He's going to talk, but power is everything to a project like this, and thank you for delivering. I also want to recognize U.S. Steel and Bill Hinckley specifically for sticking with us on this project. Thank you. And finally, I want to recognize my incredible colleagues at Related. My partner, Jeff Blau, is here from New York. I want to say thank you for the support on this project, Jeff, but more for your belief in our city and our state. Thank you. And then two people that were really responsible for today happening. I just want to say Tricia Van Horn and Maren Kilworth, thank you so much for getting this all done. Amazing. And to my incredible team at Related Midwest, wow, this is unbelievable. You may have noticed we're doing some other things in the city right now too, and to pull this off was really incredible. You're the best in the business and a joy to work with every day. Specifically, I wanted to thank one person even more, and today it's his birthday actually, Mike Elch. So happy birthday, Mike. He carried this project on his back for a long time, and he's also here with his parents and his grandmother, Joan. And she worked at this site when it was a thriving industrial hub. It is deeply meaningful to have her back here now as we begin construction on a project like that steel mill before it that will be an economic engine for the entire South Side. And what matters to us most at Related is a strong partnership with the community, working hand in hand to ensure this project benefits local residents and businesses for decades to come. We are profoundly grateful for the many community organizations and leaders who stand with us on this effort, many joining us here today. Your voice and vision are essential to ensuring Quantum Sure truly benefits the neighborhoods we serve. We deeply value our partnership with our next speaker today, Priscilla Horton, principal of Bowen High School. Her leadership and commitment to empowering local youth aligns closely with our shared vision for community growth and opportunity. It's my pleasure now to turn it over to Principal Horton. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to South Chicago. I am so excited to join you as part of this historic day for our community, our city, our state, and really for humanity, which stands to benefit from all that Quantum has to offer. And we're getting it done right here in our own backyard. I could not be more proud to be a part of this day and this effort. As an educator, I can't help but view this opportunity through the lens of my students. A world of discovery that's never existed before will be within their reach. We need everyone here to be committed to getting them and other young people across our city excited about quantum, about a future to inspire them to want to be a part of the quantum workforce. That starts by investing in them, which is what IQMP, anchor tenant for PsiQuantum, did earlier this year. For those of you who may not know, PsiQuantum invested $10,000 to help equip Bowen High School students with resources and the tools needed to prepare them for quantum jobs for tomorrow. Notice I said they made an investment, not a donation. There is a difference. A donation is given without any expectation of getting anything back. But an investment is made with the hope that there will be a return. In this case, the return is inspiring the next generation of scientists and engineers from South Chicago and maybe at IQMP. If I'm a high school student and I see new businesses not only putting stakes in my community, but investing in education and resources, I can only draw one conclusion. I belong in those spaces. And that's the message that we want to make sure that we're saying to our young people, that they belong in all of these spaces. Not years from now, but at its inception. And if I choose, I can be a part of something that has the potential to transform the world. So thank you and congratulations to Governor Pritzker, Mayor Johnson, President Preckwinkle, and all the IQMP tenants and partners helping to make this opportunity a reality for South Chicago. We are definitely off to a great start. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the Honorable Governor Pritzker.
Well, good afternoon. What a historic day for Chicago, for Illinois, for the quantum industry, for our economy, and for our future. Today we break ground on the Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park, an unprecedented joint effort among government and business and academia to create jobs and economic opportunity, to make the United States and the West the quantum technology leaders of the world, all from right here on the south side of Chicago. And it begins with construction of PsiQuantum's state-of-the-art facility, where they'll build the first commercially useful, fault-tolerant, million-qubit quantum computer. You're going to hear that repeated a few times today. But it's important. From this site, we'll begin building out this campus as the epicenter of a massive quantum ecosystem. None of this would be possible without PsiQuantum, and I want to thank them specifically for their commitment to the city of Chicago, to the state of Illinois, and the investment that they are making in our ecosystem and beyond. For the scientists that are here with us today, and there are so many of you, I could get you excited talking about all the progress in silicon photonics and neutral atoms and superconducting circuits or silicon spin qubits. But we'll have to save that for another day. I want to speak to everyone else about what all of that really means. For the residents of the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois, this can be an engine of transformational economic growth. On its own, the IQMP and the businesses coming here will generate billions of dollars in private investment and create thousands of jobs. And then the industries that will rely upon this new technology will use quantum applications to accelerate their business growth. And with new jobs at all skill levels, innovation at a rapid pace and a global scale, and a major influx of demand in construction and manufacturing and retail and agriculture and services and beyond. That is a level of impact that can anchor growth for Illinois and a revitalization of this very neighborhood that will span generations. Jobs, small businesses, housing, and investment flowing into the south side of Chicago. As citizens of the world, Illinoisans can also scale our ambition to a global impact. Quantum has the potential to help solve some of humanity's greatest challenges in national security, artificial intelligence, pharmaceuticals, energy, finance, and beyond. With every new development in hardware and software, we can support the underlying systems that our world relies upon and improve quality of life exponentially. And with every inch of progress, we bring ourselves just a little bit closer to the seismic advancements that can change everything. That persistent grind of scientific research and development will have a world-class home right here at the IQMP. PsiQuantum and others that will follow will make those world-changing announcements and advancements right here in Illinois, supported by the burgeoning quantum ecosystem that we're building with the partnership of Argonne National Laboratory, Fermilab, University of Chicago, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. I'm wearing their colors today, I might add. I also have red on for University of Chicago, but I'm not showing that. And Northwestern, and so many other major institutions here in our state. A big congratulations to our friends at PsiQuantum who are embarking on this journey today. After years of hard work and persistence, our vision, their vision, is finally becoming reality. I'm so proud to be breaking ground with all of you and look forward to seeing all the good that will come from these efforts. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And with that, I get to hand it over to the Quantum Mayor, Brandon Johnson.
Thank you, Governor Pritzker, for your leadership and your vision. Good afternoon, everyone. To all of the elected leaders that are here today, the business and community leaders that are part of this exciting moment, this transformational day for the city of Chicago. It's truly an honor to join you all, especially on the south side as our Cubbies are battling for the next round of the playoffs. Yeah, I'm sorry to all of our Sox fans. Good luck next year. You know, for the last century, this land, powered by Chicago's economy, has played an incredible role in how the city of Chicago is the global epicenter of the world. It was the site of the U.S. Steel's South Works, where generations of Chicagoans, many from immigrant families, built their lives and the steel that built America. When the plant closed in 1992, opportunity left with it, and the southeast side endured decades of disinvestment. But today we embark upon the next chapter of this community's story. As we break ground on the Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park, we are not only remaking a vacant site, we are rebuilding an economic engine for the future and investing in the people on the southeast side. Today, construction begins on PsiQuantum's quantum computing operations buildings. And soon the IQMP will be home to the first quantum computer in America, a very powerful, reliable, strong, innovative approach to challenge the big challenges that we are faced with on the planet. Chicago won't just participate in the future of quantum, we will build it. This multi-billion-dollar investment is a win for our city and a win for this community. It's projected to generate more than $100 million in new property taxes. It's estimated to generate $50 billion in the regional over the next 20 years. It will also put thousands of people to work, working on construction and create new pathways into high-quality jobs across the quantum industry. And we're making sure Chicagoans are ready for those opportunities. This spring, we partnered with Fermilab and we launched the inaugural Saturday morning quantum program. And local students learned from world-class scientists. They toured cutting-edge facilities and earned paid internships with partners building this ecosystem. And that's how we make the promise of innovation real, by opening doors for our young people and for our workers today. The broader development will also deliver another incredible benefit, a new $300 million investment from Advocate Health, where a hospital will be on the south side of Chicago. Where residents and families can enjoy not just the shoreline, but they'll be able to have access to health care. A resilient, safer, more prosperous future for this community is being built, and it's starting now. The city of Chicago is proud to support the IQMP with a $1.25 billion housing and economic development bond that is fueling our economy across our city. This is a part of our Building Better Together initiative to invest in and develop neighborhoods across our city. And as we are working on this comprehensive partnership with the state of Illinois, the county of Cook, and PsiQuantum, we're going to get it right, and we're going to get it right for the people of Chicago. Chicago is already a global hub for research and innovation, home of some of the finest universities, including the Chicago State University on the south side of Chicago. And the national labs in the world. With PsiQuantum and the growing list of partners at the IQMP, we are solidifying our status as a global capital of innovation and sending a clear message. You can bet big on Chicago. And I want to sincerely thank everyone who made this possible. To the PsiQuantum team and CEO Jeremy O'Brien, thank you again, Governor Pritzker, to President Preckwinkle, to our Senate President Don Harmon, and to the Speaker of the House, Emanuel Chris Welch, of course, to the individuals who represent us in the City Council, in particular Alders Mitchell and Chico, but I do see Chairwoman Harris is also with us today. Desmond Yancey is also with us today. Thank all of our City Council members for their work. And to Related Midwest, CEO Kurt Bailey. And really I could go on, but it's time for me to bring up the next speaker, but I do want to acknowledge that this represents an incredible partnership, layers of commitment to invest in the future of Chicago and quantum technology. I'm grateful for everyone who is supporting this transformation, and I look forward to our continued collaboration so that we can continue to be the catalyst for the people of not just Chicago, but for our country. And with that, I'm grateful to have a strong partner at the county level. Please welcome the Cook County Board President, Tony Preckwinkle.
Good afternoon. I'm grateful to be here today to be part of this celebration. I want to acknowledge several people who've joined us today and helped move this project forward. Governor Pritzker, thank you for your leadership. This would not have happened without your good work. Mayor Brandon Johnson, Dr. Jeremy O'Brien from PsiQuantum, Dr. Harley Johnson from IQMP, and all the others who are speaking today. I also like to acknowledge a few of the electeds who are here today, Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias, and my state Senator Robert Peters, and my Representative Curtis Tarver. Thank you for joining us. Friends and colleagues in the City Council have already been acknowledged, so thank you so much for being here as well. I'd like to recognize our partners, PsiQuantum and the Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park, who are paving the way for groundbreaking research and innovation. This is an exciting day. In this moment, Cook County is taking the opportunity to help write a new chapter in America's economic and technological future. PsiQuantum, the anchor tenant here, will drive innovation, job creation, and economic growth in Cook County. This project will support our industrial base and attract additional investment in sectors that offer clear career pathways and well-paying jobs, especially for the South Side and the South Suburbs. My administration has committed $20 million to support the costs for establishing quantum computing facilities at PsiQuantum. We also created a property tax incentive, known as Class 8 Micro, to encourage long-term investment at Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park and elsewhere in this emerging sector. So thanks to Sochi Flores, who's here with us today, and her team in the Bureau of Economic Development for their good work. We're not just focused on building a tech hub. We're committed to creating sustainable long-term development that benefits everyone. This includes securing the necessary financial and legislative support, ensuring environmental safety, and engaging with the community. The economic benefits will be substantial. Current estimates project tens of billions of dollars in economic impact. The construction phase will create thousands of jobs in the coming years, and PsiQuantum's initial phase alone is expected to create at least 150 permanent jobs, with more opportunities to come as the project expands. These jobs will range from high-tech positions to roles supporting the broader ecosystem. Beyond job creation, the project will attract additional investment to our region. My administration is committed to ensuring that these opportunities are accessible to all of our residents, particularly those in communities like the South Side and South Suburbs that have historically been at the margins. PsiQuantum will transform the long-dormant U.S. Steelworks site into a hub of innovation. This effort is positioning our county to be at the forefront of the global quantum economy, and I'm grateful. These outcomes demonstrate what's possible with strong vision and coordination among local governments, academic institutions, and the private sector. Our partners are working closely with local educational institutions, including the city colleges, suburban community colleges, Chicago State University, and others to develop targeted training programs. These programs will prepare our residents for jobs created by PsiQuantum, ensuring economic benefits will reach those who need them most. We're also partnering with labor unions and community organizations to create pathways to employment in this emerging field, reinforcing our commitment to equity and inclusion. So I want to thank everybody who's been involved in making this day possible. We want to celebrate the momentum, leadership, and shared belief that has made this project possible. Thank you all. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Jeremy O'Brien from PsiQuantum.
Thank you, President Preckwinkle. On behalf of my co-founders, Mark, Terry, Pete, and our executive team, as well as the whole 500-person team at PsiQuantum, it's great to be with all of you. Governor Pritzker, Mayor Johnson, and other elected leaders from the state of Illinois, Cook County, and the city of Chicago, Alderman Chico, Alderman Mitchell, it's especially great to see you guys here. You all have mobilized state and local government to make this day possible. And thanks to your leadership, America's first utility-scale quantum computer will be built and deployed right here at IQMP. Thanks also to members of the Illinois Congressional Delegation for continuing to champion this vital technology in the halls of Congress. A big thank you also to our friends at the IQMP, P33, the Illinois Economic Development Corporation, ComEd, Related Midwest, Clayco, Blue Owl, and other key partners who are all here today. Today would not have been possible without your partnership, and my team and I are incredibly grateful to each and every one of you for those partnerships. Today has been a little over 1 year in the making. PsiQuantum announced last July that we would be joining the IQMP as the anchor tenant. At the time, and on this very spot, we said that there was still a lot of work to do. I may have even described it as hard work. Well, in another sense, today has been many years in the making. After combined decades in university research, my co-founders and I believed that we had determined the only viable pathway to building a useful quantum computer, one that will give humans new mastery over chemistry, physics, and mathematics, that will unlock new materials, catalysts, semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, fuels, batteries, and beyond. And so in 2016, we founded PsiQuantum. We did so with a clear conviction that for quantum computers to deliver on their promise, you must build a fault-tolerant machine on the order of 1 million qubits in scale. But this is about more than just one company or one park. It's about entirely new workforces, new generations of students in this burgeoning field, and new opportunities for the South Side, like the hospital that our friends at Anthem Health will be building on the northern end of this park. Friends, it is here at the place where a US steel facility once made 1 million tons of steel per year that PsiQuantum will build our first utility-scale commercial system in America. Today is the result of hard work and close partnership. Hard work still lies ahead, but if you think today is exciting, and it certainly is, then just wait until the day when quantum computers begin to change life as we know it for the better. So thank you all for what we've achieved so far and what we're building next. And now please join me in welcoming my dear friend and partner, the CEO of IQMP, Dr. Harley Johnson. Thank you.
This is so cool. Good afternoon, everyone. It's really an honor to stand here today on Chicago's South Side, on land that once powered the world through steelmaking, and to mark the beginning of a new chapter as we break ground today on our anchor tenant, PsiQuantum's state-of-the-art facility. For generations, this community's hard work and resilience fueled the city and the nation. Today, with the Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park, we're building on that legacy, and not with smoke and steel, but with clean technologies that hold the promise to solve some of the world's most pressing challenges. From the very beginning, our goal has been clear: to build something that is not only globally competitive, but locally grounded. Since announcing the park, we've worked hand in hand with block clubs, business owners, schools, and community leaders to ensure that it reflects the community's vision, creates opportunity for residents, and strengthens the fabric of South Chicago. And as we look to the future, one of our most important commitments is preparing the next generation, creating pathways for young people right here to see themselves in the jobs and opportunities that will stem from this campus. We are so grateful to have amazing partners in this work, starting from the governor's office and DCEO, but also P33 and Illinois EDC, to all of our university partners, including the University of Illinois System, University of Chicago, Northwestern, Chicago State University, City Colleges of Chicago, and others. But I would be remiss not to acknowledge the work of our IQMP Board of Managers, which represents one of the most diverse groupings of experts across university and research institutions, business and civic leaders, and government experts who are working collaboratively to see this historic project through from start to finish. The Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park is already attracting world leaders in the field. Companies like PsiQuantum, we're so proud to have as our partner, are choosing this state and this site because of its readiness, its scale, and its connection to one of the strongest quantum ecosystems anywhere in the world. And we will have more big announcements in the weeks and months to come. But if I can underline one thing, it's that no one else is building what we are building here. Nowhere else in North America do you see this level of infrastructure, investment, and collaboration coming together at this scale. Illinois is not catching up in quantum. Illinois is setting the pace. So today is more than just the start of construction. It is a promise that the IQMP will be a partner to its neighbors, a generator of opportunity for all, and a place where innovation happening at the highest level meets the talent and determination of this community. Together, we're ready to build the future. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Gil Quinones from ComEd.
Thank you. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to thank Governor Pritzker and give him my congratulations. He had the foresight to position Illinois as the global leader of a game-changing technology with potential to revolutionize whole industries. And congratulations also to Team Illinois. You know who you are, at the state, at the county, local levels, academic institutions, nonprofits, and then community-based organizations. At ComEd, we are very proud to play our role as strategic partner to IQMP and PsiQuantum. After all, electricity is foundational to quantum computing, just as it is for advanced manufacturing, agriculture, and other key sectors powering our state's economy. Access to reliable, clean, and affordable power was a crucial component in the selection of this site, and ComEd has been fully engaged from the outset. This is such a unique legacy site. We partnered with PsiQuantum, the related companies, and IQMP to find innovative solutions, such as leveraging the routes and the locations of the former electrical infrastructure to build something fit for the high-tech future. This will be the site of a transformational technology, and the project itself has the potential to transform this neighborhood and the surrounding community. The power that ComEd brings to this site will help spur economic development and bring broad benefits to residents, our state, and beyond. We are thrilled today to be one step closer to flipping the switch and launching the quantum age in Illinois. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to pass the mic to a man whose family has been a pillar of the community for decades. Please welcome the owner of Chico's Oven, Jorge Perez.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor for me to be here today. It is a truly historic day for me personally. I do want to let you all know that it is something that's been waiting for 33 years to be at this point. So let me just sort of take this all in for a second here. I would also say, and I have to really thank and give props to my beautiful wife, Lupe Perez, who's joining us today, and my two wonderful sons, Max and Nicholas, over there, manning the post at the all-new Quantum Donuts. You know, I wear a lot of hats in the neighborhood, and I didn't take this hat off because I didn't comb my hair, so I apologize for that. But when I was asked to do this, I really was just overwhelmed. I had done a lot of public speaking in the past in previous roles or assignments, and this really truly is something very, very special to me. And to a certain extent, it's kind of like a benediction because I'm rolling this up, right? So, but I'm gonna do my best here. When I think of today and everything that's been happening over the past year here on the site here, it comes to mind kind of three main points. One is leadership, one is inspiration, and more importantly, faith. I do want to thank for the leadership of Governor Pritzker, Mayor Johnson, President Preckwinkle, Jeremy O'Brien, and the PsiQuantum team for making this reality today. So give them another round of applause. That's a wonderful example of true leadership. And I got to tell you, on a local level, I really got to give props to Alderman Greg Mitchell of the 7th Ward, and also my friend Alderman Peter Chico. Just as a quick, give him a round of applause. As a quick side, I'll touch on that in a little bit. But I grew up here. I've said for the past 33 years when I come up and speak in front of folks, my name is Jorge Perez and I'm from South Chicago. And for 33 years, most folks would go, where is that? I heard of South Chicago. And then I'd even confuse them even more and I'd say, I'm from Bush. It's this part of South Chicago that's right up against the steelworks site, and usually people's eyes would glaze over. They had no idea what I was talking about. But that's all different now. Everyone's perception of South Chicago, of Bush, the neighborhood I grew up in, just 3 blocks from here, is really going to change now. My father worked on this site. He was one of the remaining steel workers who got transferred over from U.S. Steel Southworks to Gary, Indiana, and he finished up a 43-year career over at U.S. Steel Gary as a United Steelworker of America, Local 65, and we're really proud of him. I learned a lot from him, and obviously, as immigrants, we not only depended on his salary. We had a little grocery store bakery, and we learned a lot as kids there, me and my sisters. I grew up there. I would ride my bike to take my dad lunch sometimes. The store really helped us out during the strikes and closeouts, or as the mill was shutting down. But that led to a real faith in understanding the community, what's happening. My view of my window growing up, which is upstairs from the grocery store, looked directly at St. Michael's. And that was always an inspiration to me. And as the years and decades started passing by and nothing happened here, I'd always get folks looking at me wondering, why are you even still living there, man? Nothing's happening there. You should move, go to Northwest Indiana. You get a lot of house over there. And I never did. And I think it was my faith and meeting my wonderful wife that kept me here. She went to Bowen as well, so as a heads up, she's a fellow South Chicagoan. But it was faith in myself and this community that one day something would happen here. And after so many fits and stalls of things that never happened, it was really that faith that really helped push me through. And I got to tell you, one thing that really kind of emphasizes this for me personally is, as the announcement of this happening late last year was getting closer and closer, Alderman Peter Chico would give me a heads up. And I said, you know, I'm going to go see St. Jude and over here at Our Lady Guadalupe and say a prayer because it helps. And I went and said my prayer, and as I was walking out, Alderman Peter Chico was walking in. And then I knew this is really going to happen. This is really going to happen. This is up on high, very important. And so here we are today. Here we are today, and in the last point that I want to point out is the inspiration that this project is going to reverberate not only in this community, in my neighborhood, my friends and family, but obviously throughout the country and throughout the world. You know, a year ago, I dragged my son out here and I said, we're going to be the welcome wagon for everybody coming here. We're going to put up our sign. We're going to meet the CEO of PsiQuantum because nobody does that anymore. We have to do this. I also got an MBA from Loyola, and I said, there's also this thing called first mover advantage. And if we do this, it's going to really reap benefits for us. And you got to know that the first mover advantage that's happening here is PsiQuantum. And they picked this sacred property to do the impossible. What people thought was impossible, you know it's going to happen. And I really want to thank them personally for being here at this time in South Chicago in the bush. So with that, I leave you with this also inspiration. Knowing that everyone's going to look differently to South Chicago and to the bush, and that my 33-year campaign is finally paying off, is I want you to join me in welcoming the world to South Chicago. Be inspired. Come down here. Spread the word. Tell them about Quantum Donuts, quantumdonuts.com or chicosoven.com. I reopened my store 4 years ago because I wanted to do it. There was nothing here. And I said, I'm a man of action. I'd rather do it than talk about it, and I did it, and people still wondered, why did you open up this store in South Chicago? And I said, my dad taught me how to make these donuts. He taught me how to make bolillo bread. And I know some of you guys have had our sandwiches. If you haven't had them, come on by on weekends. But it's that inspiration, I think, that's going to reverberate. And I know I'm not going to be the only one doing this. I know others are coming. It's just a matter of time. We've been stuck on this moment for a long, long time and waiting for this. So please join me also in making sure you understand that South Chicago is open for business because we truly are on a mission from God. Thank you.
That was a great way to end the program today. Everyone, please stay in your seats for a minute. I've been told to ask. I think we're going to go get some shovels and throw some dirt back here. Thank you so much. What a great day.